Hi Lisa, thank you so much for your transmission. That's sweet. I have been dealing with a lot of feelings of betrayal from a friend who has been keeping something from me, apparently because she wants to protect my feelings. About 8 years ago, after a difficult breakup from a toxic relationship, combined with a lot of other difficult life circumstances, I started waking up in the night in an explosion of heat and anxiety about things that were distressing me. I have been on this path for about 4 years now and have been doing a lot of therapy and exploring other modalities, and there are times when it passes, but in the last weeks there have been about 3 separate circumstances that have triggered this kind of intense reaction, including this situation with my friend. What would you recommend in order to get to the root of these intense subconscious reactions? It seems to me there must be some very deeply held belief that is not being seen. I use the word betrayal above, but I'm not really sure that it's accurate, and I'm not getting to the root of the reaction. So when it's really strong like that, you have to be a little bit careful to not get stuck in trauma, which is possible, which is kind of like an obsessing about it. Yeah, and like this heat or this fright or this fear or compulsive thinking. So there is that part, but when you're not getting stuck in the trauma, exploring it and going deeper is really amazing. So one way to do it is to identify where the story is being held in your body, bringing it back to, is it in my heart, in my solar plexus? And that might be quite hard to identify, so you can do meditations on the chakra system to see where the tension is being held. Like, so when you're having these explosions of heat intensity and trauma, like, where is your body holding it? And when you realize where it is in your body, then you can link it to stories as well. Yeah. And then also seeing as well at the same time that there is nobody here. So there's nobody that's having that intense trauma. So that voice in your head, that person that you feel like you are, that's kind of combined with these emotions, isn't the experiencer, but is being experienced. So what it feels like prior to awakening is that the voice in the head and the consciousness and the beingness and the feelings are like this one entity that lives here in this body. And what happens in awakening is, well, there's lots of different awakenings, but the energetic awakening is there's a separation from that. Like, so what's experiencing now is empty, totally empty. And then there is this dynamic, so the body is having this trauma, and then the story is being told about it, that it's you that's having it. But who is this you? Who is the you that's having the trauma? Your true self, that which is experiencing now, isn't being traumatized, isn't having that reaction. This is really profound, this recognition. This is not talking about negating it, like I've always also spoke about ways to deal with it. Another way to deal with it that I forgot to say is energetic work. If you go on my website on the reference page, you can see Osho meditations I recommend, chakra meditations. That's a great way to heal and change emotions in the body as well. So, and there's all types of books. So I'm not saying don't do that, but this is the most important part, is this separation, this energetic separation between the experiencer and that voice and energy of you. Like that one that's like, beep, 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 beep. You should have chosen that, you shouldn't have done that, she shouldn't have betrayed me, da, 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 da. That is not who you are. There is something which is experiencing that, which is not a thing and all things, and it's not, the experiencer isn't limited to the body, it's all things and no things, but the body is included in it. Yeah, thank you for that question. I wish you all the best with your friend. Betrayal is like a really big thing. It's quite a process to feel that betrayal. Yeah.